Alright, what's up YouTube? See, I'm working on the Altima today. I wasn't trying to make another video on this car until I went to go put the system in, but I want to show y'all a little something on how I'm gonna get the bushing out, because they broke on both sides. I replaced the one on the other side, but I gotta replace this one on this side. But I want to show my method on how I get the bushing out, because I've seen a couple people on like on the forums and all of that. They said they just replaced the whole knuckle because they couldn't get the bushing out and all of that. But I'm gonna show y'all a method you guys could try. All the tools are at Harbor Freight that I'm going to be using. I'm going to link them down in the description, let y'all know everything I'm going to be using. But I'm going to show y'all everything so far that I got for the car. Start by, there's a trunk pop button. Oh, that's right. I think I got to press it on the key. Hold on. Alright, yeah, there we go. Trunk's open. Yes, finally test fitted the box in here. Fits in here perfect. That's not where the amp and everything's going to go. I'm going to try to make this install as clean and serviceable as possible. But got the 12 sitting in there. Here's the shock, and this is the plastic that's supposed to be under the front that has to go in here. Bought a thing of butt connectors that I'm going to be using on this. This right here is the two new rear calipers. I'm going to be replacing those. Rear brake pads, rear rotors. Got the pre-cut tent. This is the alternator. New belt under it. This is a new cabin filter or air filter. This was already in the car when I bought it, so I'll throw that in too. I got a breaker over there. I'm gonna just save all like what I'm doing with all the car audio stuff for when I'm ready to install the system. Some LED lights to put in here for her. High to low converter, wiring kit. It's a whole bunch of stuff in there. I'm gonna show y'all more of that one in the video for the install for the system. So yeah, but let me show y'all let me see if I can find the bushing and the screw real quick so I can show y'all what y'all need. Alright, here's the bolt right here. I'll link it down in the description where I got it from. I got this off the Z1 Motorsports website. And if anybody knows about Z1 Motorsports, they deal with a lot of like aftermarket Nissan parts. They do have some OEM parts, but that's where I ordered the bolt from. They do have the bushings on their websites too. I'll link those down in the description. But I bought this from an actual OEM Nissan parts dealer. It was a little bit cheaper to get it from there than Z1 Motorsports. So bought this from a Nissan dealer. So got an OEM bolt, OEM bushing. About to jack the car up, take the wheel off, and show y'all what y'all need to do. Alright guys, as y'all see, if y'all at this point that I'm at where the bolt head snapped clean off and you see bushings completely shot, shock is completely shot, you're at this point you're just gonna have to cut the shock off. So you want to at least make sure you have an angle grinder, even a hacksaw blade if you have time. Trust me, it will get through. It might take a long time, but it will cut through it. But hacksaw blade, air chisel, whatever you gotta do just to cut as much of this away that you possibly can. So I'm about to go grab the grinder and I'm going to cut this up a little bit. Go. As y'all see, shock is cut off, and now from this point you do want to just disconnect it from the top, and we're going to go from there. So let me disconnect it from the top because I don't have that much memory on my phone. I need to clear some space, so I'm gonna cut it, disconnect it from the top, and I'm gonna focus on show y'all what y'all need to do when I get down here to the bushing. All right guys, got the shock completely out of there. Bolts are out. Sprayed them down with PB Blaster before I even like really put any pressure or anything on them. But y'all see all the rust that's coming out this car, man. Yeah, this car came from New York, so that's why I'm going to be replacing a lot of these parts back here, but mainly brakes and all of that. But everything, it's like rust. It's very rusty in some places, but not at all in other places. That's what's weird. It's almost like the car sat on grass or something most of its life. But yeah, and at some point I will fix this. But yeah, once y'all at this point, what I did was whatever dry rubber that was on the outside right here on this side where the bolt broke at, I just chipped away as much rubber as I possibly can. And what you gonna do, a lot of people already know about this method, get you a torch. And what you want to do is you want to burn all that other rubber in there and use you like a pick or a flathead or something and pick all the rubber out, and pretty soon it'll be so hollow to where you can just push the center out. And then once I get that done, sadly I can't, I wanted to do one thing I forgot to mention, you want to cut the rest of this off before you even try to like press the rest of that bushing out, because that will prevent it from coming out. I'll cut the rest of it off camera, but all you really need is a fresh cut off wheel for the angle grinder. You'll get 3/4 of the way through that square bolt and use a hammer and a chisel, and it'll take the square bolt off, or the square nut and the end of the bolt off, and you can hammer the bracket off, and it all comes off easily after that. And then that's when you want to try to press the center of the bushing out of there. Like, no cuts of me doing this, but I forgot to clear my memory on my phone last night before I woke up and did this morning. But I'm gonna show y'all through and let y'all know, like, it is gonna work, but it does take time. But let me start this torch up and we're gonna get started melting this bushing out. Alright guys, y'all see just how I have it basically torch directly mainly on the rubber in the bushing. Let me try to come from this side. But yeah, torch mainly on the bushing. You want to get that hot, leave that torch on that rubber as long as you possibly can. Now I know this one's almost empty, so I'm gonna have to go get a new one soon. But yeah, that's what you want to do, burn that rubber completely out. And if you have like heat resistant gloves, pick at it while the torch is on the rubber. It'll be even easier. Alrighty guys, y'all see I heated it. Real quick before I continue on with the video, I wanted to show y'all what I did to get to this point. So to get to this point, what I did was basically, as the torch was on it, I had a pick and I was picking away at the rubber, like picking it all out. Like, it comes out in small little pieces, but picking it out all around it, like making it hollow on the inside. And then on the opposite side, I took a hammer and like a flathead or a socket extension, and I was hammering it through, and it started coming out. And then next thing you know, it started poking out, and then that's when I started recording. But I just wanted to let y'all know that's what I did. Up, and y'all see it's sticking out more on this side than it was that side. So I'm going to get the hammer real quick and see if I can hammer. Oh, I can't even hammer it. Hold on. Let me pause this, and I'm going to hammer the inside out. But let me show y'all. I burnt a lot of it out. Y'all, if y'all could just smell the way it smells right here right now, the scent of burnt rubber, you should not really be breathing that in. So if you do this, try to wear a mask or something. I'm not right now, but yeah. So let me hammer this out, and I'm gonna show y'all what to do next. Alrighty guys, as y'all see, whole center is out. It's right here on the ground. It's still hot as shit, so I don't want to pick that up and touch that now. But there's that piece. Here's the other piece I cut off, and we'll throw all of it next to the cut shock right there. So what I'm about to do is, well, the next part that will make this easy, or at least make this easy, get you an air hammer, but make sure you have an actual like chisel piece, because what you're going to want to do is chisel you like a groove here on the bottom somewhere here. Ooh, still hot in there, but yeah, a little groove down here somewhere. Melt away some more rubber if you have to. That's what I'm gonna do first. And you want to melt you, or create you a groove, so that way, ooh, just knock the propane down. Don't want to do that. But get you a hacksaw blade right here. Get you a hacksaw blade. Once you create you a groove, you sit the hacksaw blade in the groove, and you can just basically saw it like that basically. But yeah, that's all you want to do. And then once you start once you know you're through, you're going to be able to literally like damn near push this bushing out by hand, but you might need like a flathead or something and a hammer, tap it out, and I'm gonna show y'all how I'm gonna press it in. I do have a Harbor Freight 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive service kit, but none of the pieces fit in here, but I'm gonna show y'all how y'all can still use that to put the bushing in. That's the only reason I didn't push it out, because I don't have the correct size, and it wasn't gripping on the other side. It wasn't like gripping to press it out. So I'm gonna show y'all what I can do to get this out. So let me get this out. I'm gonna show y'all what y'all need to do to put it in. Alright guys, y'all see my groove I have in there. I didn't need to get all the rubber out, just enough to get the groove. Now the only reason why I won't say like completely chisel this out with the air hammer is because you don't want to damage this hole where it has to press in at. You don't want to damage that at all. That's why I only went through like 2-3 passes with the air chisel, and now I'm going to put the hacksaw blade on it and cut it. And you want to just keep paying attention, because you don't want to cut all the way through. Just cut through this, and like I said, it'll come out with little to no pressure. I just want to show y'all that it actually does work with the hacksaw. I can't get in here too good doing this with one hand, but y'all see this is the groove right here that I'm cutting in. Y'all see the metal fragments are coming away. Like I said, it does take a while, but it will come out. So let me finish sawing this away, and should be time to take this out soon. Alrighty guys, y'all see bushing's halfway out, and as y'all see, knuckle ain't off the car. So what I'm gonna do, matter of fact, I'm gonna try to hook up the tripod real quick, or let me just try to hammer this out real quick. Where'd the hammer go? Figure, got the hammer right here. See if I can hit this out with one hand. Nope. Alright, so let me finish hitting the rest of this out, but as y'all see, all you really need to do is literally, like I said, grooves cut all the way through, as y'all see, and it's literally, I'm about to show y'all how much pressure, or how much I'm really hitting this hammer for real. So let me just let me set up the tripod real quick and show y'all what to do. Alright, about to, where I set the hammer at, show y'all real quick. I could probably get this out on one smack for real. Nope, not one smack, but there y'all go. If y'all curious, this is a 22mm socket. This is also what I'm going to be using to press the ball joint back in, or not the ball joint, the bushing. The bushing is what I'm going to be using to put the bushing back in. But as y'all see, we got the bushing out without taking the knuckle off the car. So I'm gonna grab the bushing, get ready to press that in real quick, and I'm gonna show y'all how to step this up. Alright y'all, as y'all see, I got the new bushing set up, ready to go in there. So let me go grab the 4-wheel drive service kit tool, and I'm gonna show y'all how to set that up with the socket to put that back in there. Alright guys, now, oh hold on, let me turn the flash off real quick. Alright, now this is how I had the ball joint set up, with a deep 22 impact socket on there. I don't have a cup on this end, but trust me, it will press completely in there. You will have to take it off and readjust it a few times, but trust me, only because this 4-wheel drive kit that I bought from Harbor Freight doesn't have the correct size for it to go on here. It's either too small or too big for it to even go on here. So that's why I had to use the 22mm socket. And basically, if I'm not mistaken, this end over here is a 22mm too, or a 7/8, but I recommend you use a 22mm because the 7/8 would do this right here, which is start stripping it. That's what I did to mine. So definitely use a 22mm, and try not to use a wrench if you have a socket for it, or a smaller one. But if you have to use a wrench, just try to take it easy. And also, if anybody knows, with these tools, you definitely want to have some PV blaster and spray the threads down, because that also helps. That helps. And you can also spray this will help it slide in there too. Do not be stingy with the PV blaster when it comes to working on cars, especially if you want things to go in smoothly without a problem. So I'm going to start turning this and start pressing this in here. Alright guys, as y'all see, got the bushing and shock in there all assembled. One thing to note, I did damage my bushing a little bit because I got frustrated a little bit putting this in there. This thing is like, doing this isn't by no means easy, and I've been out here for like a good 4 or 5 hours doing this. So definitely want to put you some time to the side before you decide to do this. But I definitely got it in there. As y'all see, it's all in there. Shock isn't moving anywhere. New bolt, new bushing, new shock. And it looks like these were actually made on my birthday last year. That's my birthday, December 15th. But well, December 15th, 1998. But yeah, that's my birthday right there. Other than that, guys, y'all see new shock in here. Like I said, I'll come back to y'all on this car when it's sound system time, you know what I mean? Because I know y'all definitely want to see that. So definitely gonna come back then. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.